Hello everyone, you're welcome to Shareability e-learning. In today's lesson we shall look at apartheid policy. Feel free to contact us at elearning@shareability.net, or you can contact me on 0708 990034. Today's lesson, the topic is about apartheid policy. We shall look at how apartheid policy was carried out, and we shall see how Africans' reaction towards the apartheid policy. So in this lesson, we are going to look at apartheid policy in South Africa. We shall look at how was apartheid carried out, homeland for the blacks or the Bantustans, conditions of Bantustans, African reaction towards apartheid. Okay, straight away let's move to the first slide, whereby we shall look at what is apartheid policy, what it meant. Well, apartheid refers to the segregation of people according to their race, tribe, or color. It was a policy of separate development which was introduced by the Dutch professors. Okay, Angela? Apartheid refers to segregation of people according to their race, tribe, or color. So if somebody is segregating you according to your tribe, race, or color, and there are very many people are segregating you, so that's an act called apartheid, or it can be called tribalism. It is a policy of separate development which was introduced by the Dutch, which was not a very good act. It tortured Africans mentally, and it created chaos in the entire coast of East Africa. Well, we'll look at the next slide now. We're going to look at now the homeland for the blacks. And remember, the homeland of the blacks is sometimes was called the Bantustans. Okay, so the Dutch created separate homes for Africa to prevent them from mixing with their race, and the following were the Bantustans. Now, the Dutch to create this segregation resulted into creating of homelands for the blacks, which they named the Bantustans, by separating, like they say, Kampala now is going to be for only the blacks, and the rest parts of Uganda will be for the whites. I think that segregation, there's no mixing, there's no moving out without cards, identity cards. For one to move out from maybe Kampala, which was the Bantustan, to either Wakiso, to another, to either Gulu, you needed to move with an identity card, which was a discrimination of African rights. So this was created by the Dutch, and the following were the Bantustans, the Kwena, we had the Veda, Sharpeville, Transkei, and the Swazi. There were so very many, but these were the most common one: the Veda, the Sharpeville, the Swazi, and Transkei and Kwena were the homes of the Bantu, were the Bantustans, the homes of the blacks. Sorry. I think move to the next slide now. We're going to see how was apartheid carried out in South Africa as our subheading. Well, blacks were put in separate homes called Bantustans. That's how they carried out apartheid. Remember, I told you apartheid is discrimination of people's rights through, Angela, through their race, the tribe, nationality, and so on. Okay, by putting them in separate entities. So how was this apartheid carried out? One, we have looked at blacks were put in separate homes called Bantustans. There were separate homes for whites and blacks. Okay, blacks were not allowed to use routes for whites. Blacks were not allowed to move out from their homes without passes, stock IDs. Blacks were not allowed to participate in politics. So everything was done by the Dutch. They would elect the president without considering Africans. They would elect the prime minister without considering the Africans, which was a very bad disservice. Would you wish that to happen to Uganda? Intermarriages between blacks and whites were illegal and immoral. It was immoral. It was a very dangerous act. In case a black was got when he has married a white, that would be an automatic death sentence. Sport clubs were only created for only one race. Like you see, Manchester United, only whites would compete, and they were the only ones who were qualified to have a sports club, not Africans. So it was a very bad disservice to the blacks. But we thank God all the conditions came to normal by the strong man Nelson Mandela, who came and fought against apartheid policy. So we're going to look at the conditions of the Bantustans. What were the conditions of the homes of the blacks? Poor hospitals. You know, a place where you are overcrowded, there are a lot of diseases, and assume Kampala. You see in Kampala there, they say Kampala is going to be for the blacks, and the other parts are going to be the Gulu, the other parts of Uganda are going to be for the whites. Do you assume that Kampala is very big? It will have few hospitals. So the hospitals will be poor, since the system under which it's running will be decentralized, non-centralized system. So we tend to find that much of the capital will be invested into the Dutch hospitals and less capital to the African hospitals, hence poor hospitals. Poor sanitation, since Africans were crowded. Unemployment, poor schools, overcrowded places, shortage of food. Next slide. How Africans reacted towards apartheid policy. 1. Political parties were formed to oppose apartheid. Blacks formed strikes and boycotts against apartheid policy. They wrote articles in newspapers to oppose apartheid. Church leaders preached against apartheid. Children walked out of school because they were taught in Afrikaans instead of English, which was a discrimination of their rights. It's like you go to Gulu to a class and I'm going to attend the lesson. A teacher starts teaching in Gulu, the language which you know, other than introducing you to another language which is English to improve your cultural activity. So it was really a bad disservice. So we're going to look at questions and learn assessment. So thank you for paying attention. I know God is going to reward you very much, and by the end of this lesson you wouldn't be the same. You gain, I know, something at least. So you're going to answer these questions, submit them in Google Classroom, which I'll be able to mark you, or feel free to contact me on 0708 990034, or you can contact us at elearning@shabia.net. We shall be able to respond to you. So what do you understand by the term apartheid? You give me 2 marks, but I know some of you are good researchers. You'll go on Google and search more, and even can elaborate more. Thank you very much. How was apartheid carried out in South Africa? How did Africans react towards apartheid? What were the Bantustans? 2 marks. What were the conditions of the Bantustans? 4 marks. I told you the Bantustans are the same as the homes of the blacks. Thank you very much. In case you're new, we love you so much. Continue. Subscribe for more upcoming lessons, and endeavor to turn on the notification bell. Thank you very much. You can check out for the playlist below for the recent lessons you have missed. It has been Emmanuel at your service. We love you so much. You can feel free to email us at elearning@shabia.net, or you can contact me on 0759 522 551. Feel free. We love you so much. May God bless you.